how Union Home Minister Amit Shah has dramatically changed the terms of Vande Mataram debate. In his most searing attack yet, the Home Minister has called the Congress working committee's two-stanza defiance on the national song anti-national. He has accused the Congress party under Rahul Gandhi of defying the parliament for appeasement politics. It began with the Independence Day controversy over Sonia Gandhi's alleged resistance to the full rendition of the national song at the AICC headquarters. And now Congress is doubling down. It says it will follow their 1937 resolution, calling it an inclusive decision of freedom movement giants like Gandhiji, Pandit Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose and Rabindranath Tagore. The BJP's counter, even 89 years ago, it was Congress party's compromise after objections from Muslim League and Muhammad Ali Jinnah that had led to a truncated Vande Mataram, a compromise that eventually led to partition. So viewers, it's no longer about two stanzas versus six stanzas. The question is the old politics of appeasement being repackaged for the Muslim vote bank? That's the question.
We are doing for the last 1937 onwards. What is new in it for us?
1937 में कांग्रेस पार्टी ने मुस्लिम अपीसमेंट के लिए वंदे मातरम के दो टुकड़े कर देश के विभाजन की नींव डाली थी और वहीं से दो राष्ट्र के सिद्धांत को ताकत मिली थी। कांग्रेस का यह निर्णय केवल और केवल इनकी घोर तुष्टीकरण की नीति की पुष्टि करता है।
जो जवाहरलाल नेहरू गए थे वही गया। अगर ये गुनाह है तो उन्होंने 18 साल से गुनाह कर रहे हैं।
जिस चीज को गांधी जी ने सहमति दी, नेहरू जी ने सहमति दी, सरदार पटेल ने सहमति दी, हम वो मानेंगे, अमित शाह की बात मानेंगे।
अब इस अटकलों पर विराम लगा दिया है कांग्रेस ने कि वो अब आज की नई मुस्लिम लीग हो गई है।
अगर देश में रहना है तो भारत माँ गाना है। अगर कष्ट हो रहे, दिक्कत हो रहे तो देश से निकल जाइए।
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Sanjay Jha, what is the Congress's problem with Vande Mataram? Why is it such a make or break issue? As the BJP says, is it the Muhammad Ali Jinnah Muslim League thought process? Is it the appeasement politics? Is it the Muslim vote that bothers you?
Navika, straight away, I heard Mr. Amit Shah speak and it's laughable. Clearly, the BJP, the RSS, they had no role in India's freedom struggle, and the ignorance of history showed in Mr. Shah's statement. Let's put it in context. The RSS did not even actually celebrate the national tricolors for 50 years after independence. They distributed sweets after Gandhiji's assassination. Mr. Shah's current political party has appointed people as head of social media who celebrate Nathuram Godse, the assassin of Gandhiji, as their hero. This is the nationalism of the BJP. But here is the truth. I'll tell you where Mr. Shah stands exposed. The 1937 Congress Working Committee resolution was not just backed by Gandhiji and Pandit Nehru, whom the BJP hate, but by Sardar Patel, by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, by Rabindranath Tagore, by everybody who supported the Congress ideology. And Mr. Shah does not even know that in 1937, the two stanzas were chosen because the Hindus and Muslims were together in the fight against British, and they did not want any disharmony. But how will the BJP know? Because they were on the side of the British. They were signing mercy petitions. They had no role in the Quit India movement. They had no role in the freedom struggle. So that ignorance is completely demonstrated today in Mr. Shah's statement. This hyper-nationalism is not going to work. We just had a discussion on Gen Z. They can see through it. They read history. They are not going to read the RSS's sanitized version of obliterated and modified history. People know the truth. And this is a political party that is misleading the people of India in broad daylight.
The truth lies in denial of, a national song in its complete form. The truth stands in going back to a resolution of 1937, pre-independence, and not the parliament. Those who carry the constitution in their hands want to believe not in what the parliament says, but what the Muslim League says. Siddharth Yadav, where does this defiance come from, other than the fact that probably this is vote bank politics once again at play?
No, absolutely, Navika ji. There's no denial now. The Congress party has made it very clear. The original thought of the Congress party, which led to the partition of this country, the seed that they had sowed, the kind of divide that they had brought in this country, the start of the appeasement politics, they want to repeat it all in 2026. That's what they're doing. Nothing more, nothing less. When Vande Mataram was written, in the entire song in 1875, when it was sung in 1894, when it was banned in 1906, it was the full song. It was the song which was sung by all our freedom fighters, despite their religion, caste, creed, gender, all alike. It was the same song which was sung by Ashfaqullah Khan. It was the same song which was sung by Chandrasekhar Azad, by Bhagat Singh. But in 37, due to the appeasement politics of Jawaharlal Nehru, one person, and nobody has the right to misquote and hide behind, it was a collective decision and all of that, because it's in the selected works of Jawaharlal Nehru, page 341, where he clearly says there was his thought and he wanted for certain groups to be appeased, and he thought that there's ideology in this song which has to be removed. It was a shameful act then, it is a shameful act today. Now it is a law. It's a law passed by the parliament according to the constitution of this country. If the Congress party would choose to go to an extent to defy the constitution of this country, to defy a law passed by the parliament, it is utmost shameful for any political party, like Congress party. So this is a stance that I think they have taken very openly. It's clearly for the people to see where Congress party stands today. They are no better than a Muslim League in 2026. They have said it out in open.
Somnath Bharti ji.
Congress is Muslim and Muslim.
Somnath Bharti ji, I want to ask you the question. Do you believe in the parliament? Do you believe in the fact that dropping the stanzas from the Vande Mataram then could not prevent partition? All the appeasement could not prevent partition. India Pakistan बना उसके बावजूद 1937 में एक रेजोल्यूशन के बावजूद, तो फिर ये appeasement किस काम की? Do you also believe that Vande Mataram in its truncated form is what the Congress wants to follow and is the right path?
Navika ji, you just concluded another session on Gen Z. If Gen Z is the litmus test for everything, then possibly you should run some sort of questioning Gen Z on this, whether they agree with this or not. See, today, it's laughable. A party whose biggest donor has been Nusli Badia, the grandson of Jinnah, a party whose ancestors were the finance minister in the government of A.K. Fazlul Haq, the party whose mother organization RSS did not hoist Indian flag for 52 long years in their headquarters, the party whose ancestors worked as spies with the Britishers, the party whose ancestors killed Mahatma Gandhi, the party whose ancestors told the Indians not to participate in the Quit India movement. They talk of Mother India. They should have some shame on, preaching us about...
So you agree with the Congress party? Then we should change the Tamil Nadu song, the Karnataka song, Anand Ranganathan, because all of them have imagery of God and goddesses. So फिर सबके change कर दो ना? Why only Vande Mataram?
Navika, first of all, I take objection to what my good friend Somnath Bharti ji has said about Mr. Wadia. He is insinuating that just because a grandson of Jinnah funded in part BJP, that means it is traitor. By that law, first of all, Jinnah had excommunicated his daughter because he married a Parsi. तो थोड़े facts में तो as always सोमनाथ जी थोड़े हल्के हैं. लेकिन by that logic, Rahul Gandhi's grandfather was a Nazi in Mussolini's army. Does that mean Rahul is a Nazi and a fascist? ये कहाँ का लॉजिक लायो? केजरीवाल ने सिखाया है क्या? नंबर 2, सोमनाथ जी, I did not interrupt you. नाविका प्लीज, गलत बात है, मुझे वैसे प्लीज सुन लीजिए. सोमनाथ प्लीज,
आप अपने आप को बचा लीजिए.
Okay, 1 minute. This is a shorter debate, gentlemen. Let's not interrupt each other. Anand.
Yeah. The fact of the matter is, और इतनी फेक न्यूज यहाँ पे फैलाई जा रही है that there were people who were for the truncation. In case my good friend Sanjay doesn't know, Subhash Chandra Bose was actually against truncation, but he agreed to Tagore. But he completely omits one of the greatest Indian freedom fighters and congressmen who were against the truncation. C. Rajagopalachari, Ramananda Chatterjee, who was, called the father of journalism, as you would know, H.V. Kamath. उन सबको हटा दिया क्योंकि वो नाम रखने हैं that agreed to नेहरू crawling before Jinnah's demand. और उसमें से भी आज पटेल और अंबेडकर याद आ रहे हैं आपको. 40 साल से भारत रत्न नहीं दिया. And as far as RSS not taking part in Quit India movement, I don't want to tell you, did Ambedkar take part? And as far as signing mercy petition, did Ashfaqullah Khan not sign a mercy petition? मतलब it is embarrassing for a scientist to teach these people history. लेकिन क्या करें?
Well, Ghanshyam Tiwari, if they want to follow Mahatma Gandhi, word for word, which the Congress party should, as they keep quoting him, then Mahatma Gandhi in his last published piece, his last will and testament, also said that the work of the Congress was over. It should be disbanded because, they've achieved independence. He wrote this on 27th of January, 1948. Why was the Congress not disbanded? If everything, it was published on that day. I want to ask you, why did the Congress not follow Mahatma Gandhi? You will follow what suits you and you will quote what suits you.
Well, first and foremost, I don't think there's a head and tail to your question, but I'll respond in the way I can understand. What Mahatma Gandhi said, what Congress did at that time, neither you were there nor I was there, and it is irrelevant right now. The point is that first of all, I congratulate every Indian that finally our hidden home minister has surfaced after ordering atrocities on our daughters on Jantar Mantar, and after missing parliament, creating a record of sorts in the history of India, that one session of parliament where both home minister and prime minister.
Well, your argument also makes no head or tail, because we are talking about Vande Mataram and you are talking about something completely different. Well, head and tail have to have a body. The body is missing from your argument, but I'm extremely sorry, completely out of time on this debate. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on the debate. Well, 1937 better than 2026. But Gen Z, the new buzzword. Contradictions, contradictions, contradictions. Well, that's what politics is all about. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Good night and be safe.